Rocking you hard on 96.9 FM WAZZ, your big-ass rock station here in Willow Springs. Actually, we're the only one. I mean, what are we competing against here? Some Michael Bolton, maybe some Stevie Wonder, maybe some Debbie Gibson. Peebo Bryson's got us in the corner. Kind of worried about getting run over by Celine Dion. Might get beat out by some Bertie Higgins. Never know, Rocker. Sarah McLachlan might be hot on our trail. Olivia Newton-John might be wanting to get physical with us over here at the rock station. We better watch out. Management might throw that in. I think we're in the clear. Well, Rocker, at least we are playing rock and roll for you here. We've got it coming for you around the clock. And if you're wanting some top 40, well, it's 105 down the hall. They got you covered there. I did see Tiff walk by the studio just a little while ago, so I'm sure she's down the hall entertaining your children. I'm talking about real rock and roll music here, Rocker. That's what I'm talking about. So do know, Rocker, you are in safe hands here with Allstate. Nah, I'm just kidding, Rocker. You're here. You had some good hands. Your hands, you're safe. Just know that you're safe here with rock and roll. We're looking out for you, Rocker, here, 96.9 FM, WAZZ. I am Big Jax. You follow me on the social medias at Big Jax Radio, and that's with the J-A-X. Rocker, here, all of a sudden, at the end of Biden's term, I mean, we've been putting up with this war for so long, it just seems like. The international leaders say that a ceasefire in the war between Israel and Hamas is coming to a close, Rocker. All of a sudden, negotiations are being made with negotiators trying to put an end to what has become a 15-month fighting in the region. Now, with that being said, Rockers, Biden could be ending with a breakthrough in the Middle East. Just recently, President Biden and Israel Prime Minister Benjamin, whatever his last name is, they were talking on the phone, ironing out the details. The White House said that Biden discussed the changing regional circumstances in Lebanon, Iran, Syria, and stressed the need for the fighting to end. Does anybody really believe that Biden and negotiators and the Prime Minister Benjamin, do you think anybody between Israel and Hamas, do you really believe that Biden had his finger on the pulse of anything going on, sleeper in chief? I think what it all comes down to here, Rocker, is the Trump administration is coming around the bend, and they know it, and it's time to straighten the act up, let the hostages go, having their little war fun, but now it's coming to a close because Trump's going to put his foot down, and they know it. Biden ain't got nothing to do with it. They're just using him as an scapegoat to act as if that they are willing to negotiate. But we all know what it comes down to is here in a couple more days when Trump takes over the White House again and he's back home, he will put his foot down and there will be no negotiations because the law will be laid out or else. Now, there's only been one brief ceasefire since the war began in October 2023, and Hamas is still holding nearly 100 hostages in Gaza. Their families say that they feel overlooked by the Biden administration. I should say so. But now it looks like they're trying to take some credit for maybe having some sort of part in this. I mean, they've got to bring it to a close. They got to pump the brakes on the war. And Biden is still in office for a couple remaining days until he can take a second vacation or maybe just a long hibernation. But it's an exit strategy used by the scapegoat to make it appear, Rocker, as if they're really anxious for this war to come to a close and let these hostages out so they can get on back home to their loving families. They want to try to look good in the remaining days before Daddy Trump takes over. This is all it amounts to, Rocker. I hope you see right through it. All right, Rocker, that's all the political headlines and news I'd like to inform you of here at this given moment. It's a rockin' good time, Rocker. 96.9 FM, WAZZ.